Hi, I'm Anne, the Black Wind Psychic. I am a psychic and I'm a medium, and I have been doing psychic readings for a very long time. I'm going to do something a little bit different today. I'm gonna do a talk with myself. I'm gonna do my own Anne talk. I'm not going to do a psychic reading today. I'm just going to talk with you. It's difficult for me because I am very introverted, as I've said before, but I have been guided. I have been guided to do this. I have guides. We all have guides in doing readings for people. A lot of people always, not always, but a lot of people want to know, like, oh, tell me who my guide is, or tell me who my spirit guide is. And all the time, I was going to say most of the time, but all the time, I don't tell people, because first of all, that's not my place to tell you who your spirit guide is. That's yours to connect with and to. So yeah, I typically don't tell people, and also too, but people just want to know because of their ego. So, and no judgment, but my guides, which I have them, have asked me very graciously to do this, and so I'm doing it, and I have an inner standing. Let me back up and say, first of all, I have had a lot of criticism, some constructive and some not very nice, a lot of criticism toward me for, I've had a lot of people, I've had some very nice people say some very nice things to me about doing these YouTube videos, and I've had a few people say some really mean things and say that I'm too slow, or I need to do better, or I'm fidgeting, or I say too much. For me, words are very powerful, and so I'm very thoughtful in what I say. So I'm not I'm not slow, but I do work very hard on a daily basis to slow myself down, so that, because the words that come out of my mouth are deliberate. So, all right, I'm gonna do my best to have an Anne talk with myself, and so do my best to get this out. And also too, I've said before that the reason that I want to do these YouTube videos is because, for a couple reasons, because I have an inner standing and a knowing that people, human beings, are being lied to by the controllers. And also too, I have an inner standing and a knowing that we as people are being affected negatively. We're being hurt by the actions and thoughts and doings of others. So, and it has to do with quantum entanglement and quantum mechanics and quantum physics. It has to do with energy. It has to do with vibration. So, and I know sometimes I jump around, and also too, I know that instead of making the world a better place and raising your vibration, it's just easier to call me crazy. So if that's the boat you want to sail on, call me crazy, call me delusional, X out, don't watch me. I know that a lot of people are watching my videos, and my son calls me Logan Paul because a lot of people watching my videos are not subscribers. But okay, so and giving you a little bit of background information. I'm a very private person, so I'm not going to give you too much, but what I will tell you is that, so I know that it's 2025, so that, you know, I started doing readings a very long time ago, and I have a lot of children, and when my children were little, to supplement my income, I did readings because I made really good money doing it. And so in 2001, I was asked by a group of people to, I was asked to reach as many people as I possibly could, and this was in 2001, to let as many people as I possibly could to know, like through doing readings or whatever. They wanted for me to be very public about this, that they wanted everyone to know that there was a plan for their water to be poisoned, and I kindly and with respect said, I'm the wrong person to ask to do this because I have small children, and I have small children, and I have you know, people close to me that because a lot of times when you want to do something that's sort of out of the grasp of a lot of people, or sort of like that's different or not the norm, because being a psychic medium, it's kind of like a lot of people think it's way out there and wacky and not real, and they want to call you crazy. But anyway, in 2001 they asked me to do this, and I declined. I said no, as much as I can see that what you're saying is true and dangerous. And they also showed me what was going to happen in 2020. But what they wanted me to do, I declined because I had small children, and I knew that I had small children, and I didn't want what I was doing to negatively affect my relationship with my small children. So I declined. So anyway, so that's that. So the message that comes out today is the message of judgment, and the reason it comes out is because there's a lot that, and I've taken notes, and again, yeah, you know, I don't have small children. I have no attachments. I have nothing that anybody can take from me. So call me crazy if you want to, like, you know what I mean, or don't watch my video. It's all good. Okay, so the first thing that comes out is the the topic today is about judgment. So okay, so first of all, I have to say this, for me personally, if it were up to me, and I know it reminds me of a song, that one song like that what is that? I can't remember. It's a woman that sings that, but and I can hear her saying, like, if I ruled the world. So if I ruled the world, I would unravel the justice system. I don't believe in it. I think it is corrupt. I see a lot of men and women abusing their power, and same thing for me for law enforcement. And the prison system. I do not believe in the prison system. I'm not saying that I have a solution to it, but for me, I do not believe in the prison system. I think I believe that it's like it's pointless. It doesn't do anyone any good. And the same thing with law enforcement. If it were up to me, and if this, you know what I mean, if this is hard for you to hear, then X out. But as far as law enforcement goes, oh my goodness. I don't agree with their tactics. I don't, I think that it's completely corrupt. And I believe that, and also too, which will segue me into talking about the controllers. The controllers totally control law enforcement. And a lot of people in law enforcement don't know it. So anyway, you're just like, you're a pawn. You're a fool. But anyways, this is just an Ann talk, and it is what it is. So, okay, so in saying that, I know of, there are tiers of controllers, and you can call them controllers of the matrix. Oh, and let me interject this too. Like, if you believe that we're not being like controlled and manipulated by artificial intelligence, you're stupid. But anyway, okay, so as far as the controllers go, I have known since I was a child that there are two main controllers, and one of which I know who he is, and the other one, okay, I'm not going to talk about the other one, but okay, so under the controllers, there are 33 other ones. There's a group of 13 that are under the two controllers. There's 13, and then under them there's a group of 10 and 10. So that's what that is. Okay, and so the reason me telling you this is because just my guides, they wanted me to get that out there. Okay, so the reason that I wanted to do this and talk is because human beings are, I would say 40% of the human beings that I see on a daily basis, you're like walking dead people. Your vibration is so low, it's almost undetectable. You are literally a walking dead person. So vibration, and resonance, it's like you as a human being, you're an engine, and you purr like an engine, like you would hear a cat purr, or I compare it to like a car, like a motor purring. You are always on until the day that you die, and then it shuts off. But you're vibrating, and so if you have the belief, or your only mission here, let's say you believe that your soul mission is only to have sex and collect money and have like power and control, then that vibration is below the heart vibration. It's like, it has to do with like down lower in the body, like where the genitalia is. That's very low vibrational. It's slow moving and low vibrational. I'm not gonna talk about the genitalia or sex or anything. It's low vibrational, but that is where the vibration of money and it's all there. So I mainly stay like where the heart or the love vibration is. It's like it's a higher vibration. Most human beings don't operate out of their heart space. They just don't. They are capable of it, but they don't. And let me interject this, because I heard, and I've said this before, I heard a tarot card reader, I've heard people say that love is the highest vibration. It's not. Love is not the highest vibration. I don't even know a lot of human beings who operate out of the love space. They mostly operate like below below, and then, but then sometimes they go up to the love space when they want something out of their ego, but most operate under the love vibration. Okay, so my goal and my intention is two-parted. First of all, I would love to wake people up to see what you're doing, how you're operating in a low vibrational state. And then also too, to maybe if I give you something, if I tell you some things that are low vibrational, that psychics and empaths and intuitives can see that you're low vibrational, you could do other things that would raise your vibration so that you would help everyone. Because the goal here, what we're doing here is two-part. We're not here to have good jobs and collect money and get a pension and then die. That's not what we're here for. We're here to learn to love. We're here to learn what unconditional love is. We're here to practice it on ourselves and other people. And then we're here to, as human beings, to see our value and ascend so that we're operating at higher dimensions. And I'm going to get to that. Thanks to Joe Rogan, I'm gonna get to that. And again, if you think I'm crazy or delusional or whatever, just hit the X and go away. Okay, so there are a lot of things that human beings participate in, and the reason that you're participating is because you're told to participate in it by some of the controllers. There's a group of controllers that want you to do well, and there's a group of controllers that want you to stay low and stagnant and stupid. And then there are a group of controllers who they want you to do well, they want you to ascend. And so that's why a lot of people are saying there's a spiritual war going on, or a spiritual battle, or there is spiritual warfare. It's because there is. There is. And it's not, in my opinion, which I have every right to have, it's not necessarily a battle of like good and bad and dark and light and it's not so much about religion. It's about energy. So the controllers that don't want you to do well, the ones that want you to stay stuck and stagnant and stupid and not ascend, are the ones that encourage you to smoke and vape and consume dairy and eat rotting flesh and drink soda. And I'm just going to interject this, and I'm sure most people know that that dairy and rotting flesh and the soda, and not all the time, but sometimes tobacco, they breed cancer molecules. They do. So other ways that people stay stuck and stagnant and stupid are by staying in, oh, and there goes the sun, or by staying in toxic relationships. And however you define that is how you define that. But we as humans were told by our parents and grandparents that success is being married and staying in these relationships so that we can, have a house and a pension and we can have all these grandiose things. But what they didn't tell you is staying in these toxic relationships, not only are you hurting yourself, and here's where why I'm doing these YouTube videos, is because you're hurting everyone else. Because of quantum entanglement, you are sending out particles of energy with your misery, and everyone is feeling it, and it is affecting everyone. It's affecting everyone, and the controllers know that. That's why they're keeping you. That's why they want you to be stuck and stagnant and stupid. And also too, when you're miserable, instead of raising your vibration and speaking what's true for you, you mask it with drugs and alcohol. And I'm not saying anything that people don't know. It's just and I understand that change is hard, but it's time to change. It's time to get out of this because humans are losing. You're losing the battle. Okay, so staying in a toxic relationship is harmful. It is harmful to you. It's harmful to me, even if I don't know you. By you staying in a toxic marriage, and you're only then you're by you not resonating with someone with your love space and learning what unconditional love is, by you staying stuck and stagnant and stupid because of the collection of money, it's keeping you low vibrational. So you're hurting yourself, you're hurting me, you're hurting everyone. You're keeping all of the humans that are living here, you're keeping everyone low vibrational. Another way that people are saying stuck and stagnant and stupid is when you are when you're passive aggressive. I believe that passive aggressive people are the most probably the most dangerous people for humans, because you're spewing these lies and these things that are not true, that you probably feel it about yourself, and you're projecting that on other people. So that's dangerous. Stop casting spells on people. And then another way that keeps you low vibrational is the hypocritical people who help people, but then, or you help someone, but then at the moment that you get away from them, you talk poorly about them, or talk bad about them, or you criticize them. Another really low vibrational energy is criticizing someone. If you could stop yourself from criticizing someone, if you let's say you catch yourself criticizing someone, this is just an example. Let's say you look at a woman and you think, oof, like she's a fat ass. I know fat asses are popular, but if you look at her and you're like, God, sure, like she looks really big. If you could stop yourself from doing that and just send her love, you are canceling that low vibration. You're canceling that. So that would be one really good thing that you could do to stop that. Okay, there's a couple of things that they want me to speak about. The first thing that they want me to speak about is that, first of all, they want me to talk about how you can raise your vibration, but they also want everyone to know that, they want everyone to know that humans are not, oh, I do not want to say this. Were not created or born equal energetically, and we can talk about that. I am balking at this. I don't want to do this, so I'm gonna skip that for a minute. Okay, so some ways that you can raise your vibration, and you will make this world a better place in which to live. You will help yourself. You'll help me. You'll help everyone. You'll help children. Is by speaking the truth, speaking your truth, speaking the truth, because speaking a lie is very low vibrational. So if let's say you're operating out of your heart space, but for whatever reason, you are not speaking the truth, or not speaking authentically. You're speaking, like, whether it's passive aggressively or it's just an outright lie. If you're not speaking authentically, then you catapult your vibration to a lower than a heart space vibration, and so you're hurting yourself. You're hurting yourself. Okay, so I'm gonna skip to what I heard Joe Rogan say today, which a couple of things that he said I don't agree with. Okay, so first of all, he was talking about taking psychedelics, and how this I do agree with. What he said was, when he was on psychedelics, that he was shown that so when he's in a when he's high vibrational, when he is speaking authentically or living life where he's like eating healthy and working out and, you know, doing everything he's supposed to do in his trip, he called it, on psychedelics, he was shown that he was resonating, he was vibrating higher. That's so true, and that is my point of doing these videos, is to get people, to get your resonance, to get your vibration higher, so that you're vibrating higher, so that you are making this world a better place in which to live, and also to so that you are making it possible for everyone to see their value, to see their potential, and to ascend to a higher dimension. Because again, call me crazy if you will, but, and what whatever, it's, I've been called crazy, so I don't hear it anymore. There are other dimensions than just this dimension. There are. So what I heard Joe Rogan say that I didn't agree with is that he was saying that he knows, like, through like his like psychedelic experiences or his, and he is much more articulate than and I don't claim to be as intelligent as him, but what I heard him say is that one of his researchers or him or have discovered that there are 9 dimensions. And I'm here to say that there are more than, I believe that I know of 13. I believe that there are, and I'm sure there are more than 13, but I know of 13. I know of 13 dimensions. So, and I found, and listening to him, I find it intriguing. I need to do more research on it. I don't know that I want to do psychedelics, but because I believe that psychedelics kind of remind me of like wetting your finger and sticking it into like electricity. I feel like it's like a form of instant gratification. I feel like a lot of what he was saying, if you practice meditation, and not just practice meditation, if you are an active participant and a willing participant in meditation, and in participating in not thinking but just meditating, you can get to have all those experiences that they're having when they're on psychedelics. You can do that through meditation, and enlightenment comes with that. You are enlightened. And I don't know that it's spiritual, because I don't really like the word spiritual very much, but you get to a point where you can see and know your potential, and you realize that living a life in the realm of low vibrational money, power, greed, sex, that's really low vibrational, and that's not why we're here. Those are just distractions to keep you stuck and stagnant and stupid, so that you don't elevate and become high vibrational and ascend. Because in 2020, I believe, as humans, we were scheduled to, we were supposed to ascend, and we didn't. So it is my belief that that's what's going on. We didn't ascend. We didn't. So for everyone that listened, I hope that I didn't say too many times. Again, I'm very deliberate in what I say. I'm very careful with what I say, because I know the power of words. So from my love space, I send you love, and if you have listened to this entire thing, I send you healing energy for anyone that needs it. I send that to you. I have respect for you, and thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you. I hope you have the good rest of your day. And if you watch my video, I wish that you would subscribe. Thank you.